Barbados, get up.
Good morning Barbados, good morning to you. Good morning, 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 morning. Good morning to you. Good morning Barbados, good morning to you. Good morning Barbados, good morning. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Morning to you.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to today. Today is Thursday, a terrific Thursday morning to all of you. It's the 29th of May, 2025. I'm Pearson Bowen. Apologies for the delayed start today, but it's good to have you company. Thank you for keeping with us, staying with us. For those of you watching us on our streams on Facebook, YouTube, and our website, good morning. Thank you so much. Share the show, tell others about us, talk among yourselves, talk with us as well. We're happy that you are there and you've waited patiently for us to start. Thank you very, very much indeed. If you know of someone or something or somehow you want us to share something on the show, simple. Send us an email. Our email address is morninbarbados@cbc.bb. morninbarbados@cbc.bb. And we thank you for sharing your concerns, sharing your ideas, sharing your tips, and everything else as well. Big thank you to the Wyndham Grand. Last night, the service was stellar, from the security officer right through the process. Everyone was just tip-top. Thank you very much. You were fantastic. Now, that's service excellence, as I like to say it indeed. And so I tip my hat to you at the Wyndham Grand, Sam Lord's Castle. Great work, great service, servicing those in our hospitality industry as well. Now, there's a lot happening today. Today we'll get to meet some of the junior calypsonians who are in quest for monarchy this year for the Crop Over Festival. We get to know who they are from the House of Soca and to get to experience some of what they have to offer as well. And there's one artist really. She is an abstract artist. She's a muralist. She's from Trinidad and Tobago, and she sees the world through her eyes. I want to get behind those optic nerves to see what she sees as well and to hear from her the stories she tells through her work. Football in the future. The Mavericks Club finds a way to marry both. And so this morning we'll meet two young men who had an opportunity of their lifetime. They'll talk to us about that, and we'll hear from the club about the programs that they have put in place also to empower other young people through what they do. And the Barbados Community College, their student guild will join us. They also have a junior parliament. We'll talk to them about that and a whole lot more. But let's get started by sharing with you some of the brilliance of our young junior calypsonians. They are ready for Crop Over 2025 from the House of Soca. Charity is up first. Charity, come forward, please. And you shall sing for all of us your song. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is Charity.
Morning, ladies and gentlemen. Today I got a story for y'all. I know it, y'all should know it too. Children like to follow any example that is set by the parents that can lead to trouble. They're telling the children what and what not to do, yes, but then they turn around and breaking the rules, breaking the curfew. Double standards ruling, yes, the ships are sail. Cause when the children follow, it sits in the tail. People, this is so true, I pretend it to you. People, this is so true, a monkey see, monkey do. People, this is so true, I pretend it to you. People, this is so true, a monkey see, monkey do. I lie? Not at all. Decent parents telling the children constantly, whatever you do, I beg you please don't curse anybody. The phone started ringing, and without a doubt, the children can't believe what coming out of the parents' mouth. The child got a phone call next day from a school friend. The cussing, the shouting, the verbal fighting can't end. People, this is so true. I pretend into you. People, this is so true. What monkey see, monkey do. People, this is so true. I pretend into you. People, this is so true. What monkey see, monkey do. Alive? Don't take that we foolish, but we see every day. Yes, parents telling children don't do what I do what I say. That is so perplexing, at least in my views. It had me kerfuffled, had me bamboozled, had me confused. There is no easy answer, so we have to pray to stop the children from going astray. People, this is so true. I pretend it to you. People, this is so true. What monkey see, monkey do. People, this is so true. I pretend it to you. People, this is so true. What monkey see, monkey do. Look at what them children doing now. Look at them. What monkey see, monkey do. People, this is so true. I pretend it to you. People, this is so true. What monkey see, monkey do. Thank you.
That segment of Exceptional Youth was brought to you with the kind compliments of the Student Revolving Loan Fund. Financing education the easy way.
Welcome to Nature's Discount, the ultimate health food store. At Nature's Discount, we have thousands of quality products at great prices.
Hi guys, Dottie here with Nature's Discount, and today we are talking about Solar Ray Microbiome Probiotics and why you should be taking them.
And we have well over 3,000 amazing products to help you get healthy.
For your health tips, tune in to CBC TV 8 every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday for Nature's Discount, sponsored by Get Healthy Incorporated.
Week after week, Skold presents exciting reports and documentaries on the most varied topics of our time. Spectacular developments and innovations, lifestyle and trends of tomorrow, mobility and tourism, health news, highlights from art and culture. Each contribution grabs the viewer with extraordinary images and stories and takes him into fascinating worlds which he experiences here exclusively and up close. We're there when companies and specialists develop super satellites for a global network in space and can look behind the scenes. Skold is a window to everything that is there or is yet to come. Fly with us through time to better understand today and tomorrow. You've always wanted that. Skold, a look into the future.
Our world today is not the world God wants it to be. One of the reasons which will surprise many is that our planet, its governments, and its peoples are all living under the weight of Satan's rule. From the beginning of mankind's existence to today, human history is the written record of what it means to live under the rule of the devil. Yet that rule is coming to an end, and what a difference that will make.
Every Sunday at 9 a.m. on CBC TV 8, tune in for Tomorrow's World, sponsored by the Living Church of God.
Books open your heart, your mind, and your soul. They are educational, entertaining, inspiring, and motivating. Are you an author of a recent book you want to share? Then Mornin Barbados would love to feature your book in our The Next Chapter segment. send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.bb. That's morning without the G. Come and let us turn those pages together.
Hey there, it's Mahalia. I want to share something that might be really helpful. If you're feeling anxious, overwhelmed, depressed, or lonely and have no one to talk to, call Lifeline Barbados. We all face struggles at times in our lives. You're not alone. There's no need to feel ashamed or embarrassed. It's okay to reach out for support. Lifeline Barbados is completely confidential. No one else will know you called. They're there to offer a caring ear and guidance without judgment. And fellas, I want you to know asking for help is a true...
This segment of Exceptional Youth is brought to you with the kind compliments of the Student Revolving Loan Fund. Financing education the easy way.
We're approaching 18 minutes after 6 o'clock. This is what we do on a Thursday morning. We share with you and the entire world the exceptional young people of Barbados. The House of Soca Juniors actually has a structure to support junior calypsonians as they make their quest for monarchy. And joining us right now as we look a little deeper into that structure, plus share with you some of those who are contending this crop over. Joining me first of all next to me is Quinn Prescott, who is the director of the House of Soca Juniors. With her is her social media and marketing director, Akira Carter, and they've brought along a couple young people as well who are contesting the Junior Calypso Monarchy this year. Across from her, the tiniest of them all is little Maya Sparkle. Jemaya, good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm good.
Oh, you're powerful too. I love that. And next to them is Jay Jelani. Jelani is your stage name, right?
Yes, please.
Leilani.
Yes.
Leilani. And so good to have you as well.
Thank you.
Quinn, I'll start with you. The rationale behind having this structure that focuses on juniors. This sounds as if you guys are very, very serious. Whose idea and why are you engaged in this way?
Well, this is the brainchild of Sharon Carew White and Mr. Brian London of Trinidad. Miss White would have reached out to me the beginning of this season, and she said, I have something for you to do. You like working with the juniors. Last year I worked with Sabia. She was in the semifinals, and they liked the way that I was hands-on with her. So she gave me the opportunity to take on this task because she knows I like working with children. I love calypso, and honestly my heart was not there to sing this year. So she said, no, you have to be involved in some way, and she blessed me with this opportunity. And now we have 13 juniors, 8 in the semifinals, and it has been a great journey so far.
I'm glad to hear that you were not being punished for your passion because you love it so much. It's like, huh. Yes. Indeed, but so far so good. So you developed a structure around it. What's the structure like?
Well, we have, how to explain it?
Quite a number.
Yeah.
You want me to jump
so
in?
Akira helps where I can't perform as strongly. So I think she should answer this question.
Okay, Akira, talk to me. So show me the structure around the juniors now this year.
So we would have started in the Easter vacation doing workshops based on branding, because we know that for children, parents do all of the work. So we wanted to engage them in what their brand is and understanding what the brand is. Vocal training, as well as stage presence, holding the mic, because we know that for a lot of them, it's the first time for them, they would not have had the experience going into the competition. We did not want them to go into the Junior Monarch preliminaries without having that exposure first. So we've created workshops, and we will continue to do workshops after Junior Monarch, so that they're well-rounded individuals. So this goes beyond just calypso and soca, but they will be able to use their public speaking and everything like that going forward.
That's fantastic. I know you're working with Mr. London out of Trinidad and Tobago, because you guys were in Trinidad and Tobago earlier, and so that experience, talk to me a little bit. Were you there?
We wasn't there for Trinidad, but he came in.
Oh, he came in?
Yes,
yeah,
he came in.
They had 2 sessions?
Yes.
2 sessions with him.
And what an experience that was for the children.
Why do you say like that?
I think the children got accustomed to hearing persons here.
Yes.
Giving them the same lecture, but he was hands-on. He was there with them from backstage to on stage, what you do. He was giving them the motions and everything like that. And then there was the fine tuning that we got accustomed to hearing, and diction, because if you hear a lot of people on the outside, people say, we don't understand Bajans, just like that.
Yes, yes.
So he worked on diction and
phrasing, so that the message is heard. Absolutely right, and that's great. And so, Miss Maya Sparkle, how old are you, by the way?
I am 8 years old.
2 years older than me. Good, that's right, don't believe it, that's true. And so, is this your first time in the Junior Monarch competition?
Yes, this is my first time in the Junior Monarch competition.
So why are you doing this? Why?
I'm doing this because I want to showcase my talent, get people to know me better in the world.
In other words, you have something to say and sing about, right?
Yes.
What school are you with?
I am in the Black Man Gallop Primary School.
And I know they have a good, strong calypso competition going on there too. Were you in that competition at school?
Well, I performed at the Mother's Day concert, but it didn't come yet, so I don't know how to do it.
Are you scared to get to compete in Junior Monarch?
Not really.
Of course not. You're ready for the world. You're ready to do this, right?
Yes, please.
That is so sweet. What's your song that you'll be singing? Are you doing soca or are you doing calypso?
I'm doing calypso.
All right. Why?
I like calypso because it show more stories. It give more
Yeah, it's a lot deeper. It's a lot deeper and sweeter, right?
more stories to the world and tell you things that are not
Right.
doing things you should not do.
I love it. I love it indeed. And so, what about you, Miss Leilani? How long have you been in this genre of music?
This is actually my third year.
Third?
In the Junior Monarch competition. I am singing calypso. Last year I sang soca. I love soca, but I feel like calypso is more grounded, and it will help me with my diction and my stage presence.
Do you write?
No, my mom writes my music for me.
Also, but is it a collaborative effort between you and your mother?
Of course.
So therefore, when you sing the words, you mean the words because you are part of its creation.
Yes, please.
And so this is your third effort at the whole thing. Is this your third year in House of Soca as well?
No, this is my first year here.
Good. So let me talk about that. How is it going so far for you?
It's going so amazing. These are lovely people. These are lovely people.
Yeah? What have they taught you so far?
They have taught me that it's okay to be nervous. Nerves is a part of everything, and it's all what you put your mind to.
And so that's all. You're putting your mind to it. This calypso song that you're singing, because you know, soca, be done with that. We're doing calypso now. What's the song about?
This song is about our problems in society and how our actions have caused it, and the consequences of it all.
Now you're tackling some big themes and topics.
Yes, please.
You're big enough to do this.
Of course.
I just love the confidence that you guys have brought in. This is fantastic. And so the system works. The system works so far. It's just now to put the proof to the pudding, right? And so you're looking forward to this. And how many people are in your camp, Quinn?
We have a total of 13 and 8 semi-finalists.
Whoa.
Yes.
They've already made semi-finals?
Yes.
You've already made semi-finals, Leilani? They sparkle you too?
No.
No? But next time around, right?
Definitely.
I'm, even though I didn't win, I'm still going until I get my turn.
Correct.
Love it. You're an energizer bunny too as well. You're just going and going until your turn comes, and your turn is coming really soon. And so now that you know that you're in the semi-finals, you're getting serious now. We're getting serious. So what does that mean for you from House of Soca Juniors?
For us, the structure will not change because we already started with 2 days per week. I think I may take it up one more day just to make sure. I don't want to make them too tired, but I don't want to slack off. And we have so many children in there, I don't want to pay attention to one person and the others feel. That's where Kira comes in. She shares the load.
Right.
So if I take half, she would take half, and then we work with Kwan. We pull everybody from House of Soca. We work with Kwan. They have Yolanda, Auntie Sharon herself. Renan, he actually came on during the workshops to help. So we have help. I don't think they're going to feel like, you know,
that they've left alone.
No. We are on them heavy. Heavy, definitely.
Not to be scared, of course. Not to be scared, of course. And so, talk to me a little bit. Where do you guys rehearse and do your work? Your little melting pot.
Yes, we rehearse at the St. Paul's Center.
Okay.
Community Center.
Right. So, folks, as if you're in the area of St. Paul's, just go put your ear to the window and see what you hear. Indeed, see what you hear. And so, you know, that I think is all exciting. You're equally excited, right, Akira?
Yes, I am.
You can't wait because you believe that you have the right set of people from House of Soca. How many people from your camp has made it through to the semifinals?
8.
8.
Yes, please.
So we actually started when we pilot the
program.
It was 6.
Yes.
And then it kept expanding and expanding, but we didn't want to take too much.
Too many, yeah.
And then we don't have the personalized.
Correct.
Yeah, because you want to spend the time with them to develop them as they go, indeed. And so they've been partnering with Mr. London from Trinidad and Tobago, and I'm glad that he's been able to share the advice and the experience that he's had from the stage as well. Did you have that moment with him, Leilani?
No, I was not there as yet.
Girl, you missed something big.
Don't worry, he's coming back.
He's coming back?
Yes, of course.
Oh, just out of curiosity, when is he due back?
We're hoping before semis. Don't hold me to it, but I would love before semis.
Well, when he's back, God spare life, we won't have him here as well. Because I'd like to hear more from his experience with you guys, what he's been able to glean from you and the experience that he's had with you as well. So I want to thank you. Well done to House of Soca. Well done. I like the structure. There's the House of Soca Big People. There's the House of Soca Juniors. Are you putting on your own tents as well?
The juniors actually have their show coming up on July 5th. We're still working on location, but it's definitely July 5th.
Sweet. We coming up. Boy, July 5th, so mark the date. And of course, we'll hear more details as it draws a lot closer. Who will be there to showcase and how we can be a part of it, indeed.
Yes, please.
Quinn Prescott, the director of House of Soca Juniors. Akira Carter, the social media and marketing director, House of Soca Juniors. I love it. I just love it. Along with little Maya Sparkle, who didn't quite make the semifinals, but she is big. She's coming back. She says she's coming back, so you better watch out for her. She goes to the Blackman and Gollop School. And from the Alexandra School, Leilani. Leilani, all the best to you as you continue your quest to have the monarchy this year.
Thank you so much.
You're very welcome as well. Thank you all. We wish you well. All right, what shall we do? Shall we take a break? We'll take a break. We're back in just a moment.
That segment of Exceptional Youth was brought to you with the kind compliments of the Student Revolving Loan Fund, financing education the easy way.
Some ask, what makes Barbados so special? We at Mornin Barbados say it's you, our exceptional youth. You are talented, resilient, and inspirational. You are the epitome of the Barbadian spirit, testing the boundaries of your creativity. If you are an entrepreneur, artist, baker, designer, author, or have done anything you think should be highlighted, email us at morninbarbados@cbc.bb. Let us show the world our exceptional Bajan youth.
The Ministry of Youth Sports and Community Empowerment's Bridges television series is back. Join us every Wednesday at 8 p.m. with a repeat on Saturdays at 5:30 p.m. on CBC TV 8. Don't you miss it.
God will not give you a job. God will not call you to do something and then not give you the capacity to have it, to make it happen. He will give you the resources. He'll give you the people. Not only will he equip you with ideas, but he will equip you with favor, as he did Nehemiah.
Turn on the latest episode of Infinite Possibilities, only on CBC TV 8, every Sunday at 1:30 p.m., sponsored by Covenant Life Teaching Center.
Welcome to Nature's Discount, the ultimate health food store. At Nature's Discount, we have thousands of quality products at great prices.
Hi guys, Dottie here with Nature's Discount, and today we are talking about solar ray, microbiome, probiotics, and why you should be taking them.
And we have well over 3,000 amazing products to help you get healthy.
For your health tips, tune in to CBC TV 8 every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday for Nature's Discount, sponsored by Get Healthy Incorporated.
Week after week, Skold presents exciting reports and documentaries on the most varied topics of our time. Spectacular developments and innovations, lifestyle and trends of tomorrow, mobility and tourism, health news, highlights from art and culture. Each contribution grabs the viewer with extraordinary images and stories and takes him into fascinating worlds which he experiences here exclusively and up close. We're there when companies and specialists develop super satellites for a global network in space and can look behind the scenes. Skold is a window to everything that is there or is yet to come. Fly with us through time to better understand today and tomorrow. You've always wanted that. Skold, a look into the future.
Our world today is not the world God wants it to be. One of the reasons which will surprise many is that our planet, its governments, and its peoples are all living under the weight of Satan's rule. From the beginning of mankind's existence to today, human history is the written record of what it means to live under the rule of the devil. Yet that rule is coming to an end, and what a difference that will make.
Every Sunday at 9 a.m. on CBC TV 8, tune in for Tomorrow's World, sponsored by the Living Church of God.
Books open your heart, your mind, and your soul. They are educational, entertaining, inspiring, and motivating. Are you an author of a recent book you want to share? Then Mornin Barbados would love to feature your book in our The Next Chapter segment. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.bb. That's morning without the G. Come and let us turn those pages together.
Hey there, it's Mahalia. I want to share something that might be really helpful. If you're feeling anxious, overwhelmed, depressed, or lonely and have no one to talk to, call Lifeline Barbados. We all face struggles at times in our lives. You're not alone. There's no need to feel ashamed or embarrassed. It's okay to reach out for support. Lifeline Barbados is completely confidential. No one else will know you called. They're there to offer a caring ear and guidance without judgment. And fellas, I want you to know asking for help is a true sign of strength.
This segment of Exceptional Youth is brought to you with the kind compliments of the Student Revolving Loan Fund. Financing education the easy way.
I'm grateful to be here. And if you're grateful to be here, I wanna see a hand up to the sky. Give all thanks for this energy. 9 foot to the ground, don't go wrong with this energy. Hug up your loved one if you feel the energy. We got more life you see, so capture this memory. Give them energy, 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 give them energy. We got more life you see, so capture this memory. Hey, 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 got another 24. Hey, 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 so much to be grateful for. Hey, 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 keep your eye on the prize, cause all of it could be gone in the blink of an eye. Eyes up to the sky, give all thanks for this energy. 9 foot to the ground, jump around with this energy. Hug up your loved one if you feel the energy. We got one life you see, so capture this memory. Give them energy, 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 give them energy. We got more life to see, so capture this memory. Hey, 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 trust the timing of your life. Hey, 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 let no man steal your joy. Hey, 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 don't you ever give up. But all the pain and struggles will lead to your purpose. And to the sky, give all thanks for this energy. Bang foot to the ground, drop around with this energy. Hug up your loved one if you feel the energy. We got more life to see, so capture this memory. Give them energy, 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 give them energy. We got more life to see, so capture this memory. More shot, more chance, more life, energy, more mind, more heart, more love, energy, one dream, one wish, one prayer, energy. We got more life to see, so capture this memory. Give them, give them, give them energy. Give them, give them, give them energy. Give them, give them, give them energy. We got more life to see, so capture this memory. Hands up to the sky, give God thanks for this energy. Bang foot to the ground, jump around with this energy. Hug up your loved one if you feel the energy. We got more life to see, so capture this memory. Give them energy, give them energy, give them energy. We got more life to see, so capture this memory. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Wow. Woo. Listen, give them energy. I have a lot of energy now. That's AJ. And AJ is also a member of the House of Soca Juniors. He's made it, as a matter of fact, right through to the semi-finals of the Calypso competition in the juniors category. He sits next to Charity. These are two of the young people in the camp. And so, AJ, first of all, congratulations. You've made it through. Use the other.
Thank you.
There you go. And so you're no stranger to the stage because I mean last year was a big year for you, right?
Yes, please.
Talk to me. How was last year for you?
Last year for me was fantastic.
What are some of the things you got to do last year?
I got to do
your big song.
Yes.
And you got to perform for everybody.
Yes.
Did you have lots of radio interviews?
Yes, please.
I know, because I remember the day you came into our studio to 98.1 and you had Bruce Lee Almighty with you, remember?
Yes, please.
And what did you you challenged him?
Yes, please.
And so, how do you feel about this year's competition?
I feel great.
What song, is that the song that you'll be competing with?
Yes, please.
Do you like the soca side of it, or do you also enjoy doing social commentary?
Both.
Both? Yes, which one do you think you're better at?
Soca.
Why do you say so?
Because I grew up singing soca.
You grew up singing soca. Is there any soca artist who you really, really like?
Yes, please.
Who's that?
Masha Montano.
Why?
Because it brings the energy.
It brings the energy. You're about energy. And you love to bring the energy. And so this is all that you want to be able to do for the rest of your life, sing soca music?
Yes, please.
Right, that's a lofty goal. Well done. So Charity, you, however, also, I saw you nodding when you agreed with Avery about Machel Montano.
Yes,
why do you
please.
agree?
I agree because I love his songs.
Mm-hmm.
I play them every day.
Really?
Especially his song Party. I like to sing it.
Do you know Like a Boss? You don't know that one?
No.
When you're done here, you go on YouTube and you can actually put in Machel Montano Like a Boss. And I'm telling you, you're going to feel the energy. What school are you with?
I attend the Light Primary School.
Oh, that's that uniform, the Light Primary School.
Yes, please.
And so your Charity, you sing calypso mostly.
Yes, please.
The song you sang for us at the start of the show, what's the name of that song?
Monkey See, Monkey Do.
Who wrote it?
Dr. Anthony Gabby Carter.
Oh, really?
Yes, please.
Wow, so you're singing a song written by one of Barbados' best.
Yes.
Does that scare you?
Not really.
Really?
No.
Oh, okay. And so you've chosen to sing calypso. Is that the genre with which you're most comfortable?
Yes, please.
Why?
Because Although I love soca and like other genres and like reggae and stuff, like I feel more comfortable doing calypso when you can do it much slower or you got pace. So I just enjoy singing calypso.
I saw you as you were performing as well. You looked so comfortable performing your song, the use of the platform while you were performing as well, your movement. Is that you who you are, or were you trained to do that?
This is me.
Really?
Yes, please.
So what we hear and see is you.
Yes, please.
And that's important to you. Would you ever consider writing your own songs?
Yes, I would actually love to.
Really? What song would you want to write about?
Well, any.
Like what?
I would like to talk about gun violence.
And that concerns you today? Gun violence. You think you should? Why do you think you would want to write about gun violence?
Because so much is happening now, like so many people dying and some selling and stuff. So I just want to put a message out there to just stop what you're doing. Like it's not okay.
Yeah, you're right. Is there any particular calypsonian female whose work you love and that you wish you could perform just like her?
Female? I'm not sure if this is a calypso person, but I will go with TC.
Really, why?
Because I just enjoy her. She performs on stage, she sings well. Yeah, she works with many people which I like AC and IWeb. Yeah, so I just enjoy listening to her.
TC does sing calypso. TC has sung calypso in the calypso competition for many, many years, and we call her almost like the queen of calypso in Barbados because she's never won the crown, but she's always been right there, getting into our hearts and our minds. Have you ever had a chance to meet her and to tell her so?
Yes, please. Yeah. At my workshop last year for Dream Runner, she came and we got to speak with her, and it was a development process. So she commented and said what we could have done better. Grateful Core and Matt Fingal, all of them were there.
Were there as well. So when TC shared with you that advice, were you able to use any of it?
Yes, please.
What have you used from that advice?
She told me that my diction needs to be better so people can understand what I'm saying, that to don't really step back, to be focused with the audience, and just to be more comfortable on stage.
And so you've been able to learn from TC, you've learned from Grateful Co and Mac Fingal the use of stage and confidence and your diction as well.
Yes.
What about you, AJ? Has anybody given you any advice at all?
Yes, please.
Who's that?
That is Quan.
And what did Quan say to you?
The first time I performed in front of him at the workshop, he had no words.
No words.
Speechless.
Speechless. Like all the rest of us, the first time we saw you and heard you, we were speechless. How old are you?
I'm 7 years old.
7-year-old boy. And you have really stunned all of us by your courage and how well you handle soca music. You know, AJ, there's a lot of future ahead for you, and we're excited about what else you're coming with. And so, what song are you singing again this year? Bring the Energy?
Capture This Energy.
Capture This Energy. And who wrote your song?
My mommy wrote my song.
Really now? Did you have a hand in helping her to write the song?
No, please.
Why didn't she let you help you? She wouldn't let you help her at all?
No, because she says that I make up some foolish moves.
Your mommy was probably being honest, right?
Yes.
Because that's you sometimes. All right. Well, I'm looking forward to seeing more from you. And I know you're in the competition, so we're excited to see what else comes from you. So we're looking forward to your winning the competition, okay?
Yes, please.
All right. And Charity.
Yes, please.
I know you are a reserve.
Yes, please.
And you're kind of keeping your fingers crossed that you get inside, right?
Yeah.
Me for you too, because it's a really good performance that you put down for us this morning. So we're excited about your future as well. Wish you well with all else you're doing, okay?
Thank you.
You're very welcome. AJ and Charity, they're members of the House of Soca Juniors. They have a tent that they're having coming up in July. You have to keep listening for more and more and more details, and then we encourage you to give them your fullest support. Mornin Barbados takes a break right here. We're back in just a moment.
That segment of Exceptional Youth was brought to you with the kind compliments of the Student Revolving Loan Fund, financing education the easy way. Books open your heart, your mind, and your soul. They are educational, entertaining, inspiring, and motivating. Are you an author of a recent book you want to share? Then Mornin Barbados would love to feature your book in our The Next Chapter segment. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.bb. That's morning without the G. Come and let us turn those pages together.
Hey there, it's Mahalia. I want to share something that might be really helpful. If you're feeling anxious, overwhelmed, depressed, or lonely and have no one to talk to, call Lifeline Barbados. We all face struggles at times in our lives. You're not alone. There's no need to feel ashamed or embarrassed. It's okay to reach out for support. Lifeline Barbados is completely confidential. No one else will know you called. They're there to offer a caring ear and guidance without judgment. And fellas, I want you to know asking for help is a true sign of strength. It takes real courage to reach out. You can also call Lifeline Barbados if you're worried about loved ones who are struggling and you need advice on how to support them. There's a saying, a problem shared is a problem halved, but not everyone has someone they can confide in. That's why Lifeline Barbados exists, to be there for you or someone you care about during tough times. Save this number. Lifeline Barbados is just a call away. Remember, you can reach out whenever you need to talk.
There is a saying, you can find a Bajan anywhere. Are you a Bajan living abroad? Or do you know of one who has migrated to another country? Well, we at Mornin Barbados would love to have you or them on our Bajan Afar segment. Share your amazing stories, experiences, and how you have adapted to a new culture. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.bb, and together we will travel the world.
Some ask, what makes Barbados so special? We at Mornin Barbados say it's you, our exceptional youth. You are talented, resilient, and inspirational. You are the epitome of the Barbadian spirit, testing the boundaries of your creativity. If you are an entrepreneur, artist, baker, designer, author, or have done anything you think should be highlighted, email us at morninbarbados@cbc.bb. Let us show the world our exceptional Bajan youth.
The Ministry of Youth, Sports and Community Empowerment's Bridges television series is back.
We're 10 minutes now to go to the hour of 7 o'clock, and we are joined by the founder of the NGO I Am a Girl, Alianne, Olivia, Skeet, and that's because they're having something big coming up. Welcome. Good morning.
Good morning, and good morning, Barbados.
I know you're continuing to empower so many young women across this island in many different ways as you develop them, almost to give them the spine to be their best selves.
Definitely.
And so tomorrow you're having something coming up. What's happening?
Tomorrow is our annual financial literacy workshop coming up, and it's starting from 8:30 in the morning. And we have a plethora of need to understand some of the basic principles.
Does that surprise you that you're hearing these kinds of needs coming from the young women?
It doesn't, you know, because generationally, especially as Black people, we have not really been good with money. We've been good in terms of how we connect community-wise, but in terms of investing and understanding some basic, you know, financial principles, we don't have historically that. So to hear it from the girls isn't surprising, but it's also something we don't talk about in families. You know, what families talk across the dinner table about, oh, you should do this, and this is the percentage you should use, and these are the taxes you need to pay now. Like, that's not something we typically discuss in a Barbadian household.
And that's why I found it interesting when you said that girls will say to you they're scared of money. Like, girls love to spend money.
They want it.
Exactly.
They spend it.
Yes.
But understanding how to save, invest, be fiscally smart is something that they're intimidated by, for sure.
So who are you having come to this tomorrow to help you with it?
There are so many amazing mentors that will be on board. We have partners from the central bank. We have persons from different financial sectors across the Barbadian public. We have insurance companies from Equity to Sagicor.
Wow.
You know, we have a plethora of different organizations who are invested in making sure that young people understand the key principles of finances.
In other words, they have everybody tomorrow, everybody. And that's the beauty of the I Am a Girl NGO. They're not just talkers, they're doers, and in doing, they're facilitating and allowing other people to help them do what they do. And so you're marching on. So tomorrow, where is it, by the way, and what time?
So we're going to host it at the Courtney Blackman Grand Salle at the Central Bank of Barbados, and we'll be hosting it for the entire day. So the girls will be with us until 2:30 in the afternoon. And a big part of the workshop is speed dating. So, you know, we hear about speed dating.
You made me laugh so hard.
We hear about speed dating typically for building relationships, but financial relationships are important, right? So the girls will be rotating and getting to talk to different mentors from different sectors, and they get an opportunity to truly have conversation and build a network themselves.
I like that. The speed dating, having a relationship with your financial advisor who can help to empower you to best manage your investments.
Yes.
And oftentimes, that's the thing, we think that investment is just money alone.
Yes.
And sometimes there are other things that you can leverage to also earn revenue. And I'm sure that when you have that speed dating opportunity, your girls, tomorrow, that you might be turned on to other ways that you can actually seek to have investments that have great returns. I hope you take the time to talk about risk as well.
Risk, credit scores. We talk a lot about even taxes. What's PAYE? What does that mean? The fiscal responsibilities that you have when you get a paycheck or when you earn finances. We will have the Barbados Revenue Authority there who will be speaking on all the things related to that. So it's important that we look at all aspects, and more than that, the mindset that it's okay to have conversations, it's okay to ask questions if you aren't aware, but it's also okay to seek advice. And a lot of the mentors have a wealth of knowledge, right? And a main part of the workshop as well is to ensure that girls leave knowing their next steps. What do I do next? Even down to what documents are required for a bank account. Some don't understand that maybe you may have had to have it before you were 16. Now you turn 16, the rules change. And so it's important to know these principles from an early age, I think.
And I'm glad you're doing this now, because the cohort that you're going after is at a critical stage of their life when it comes to making journeys.
Definitely.
To see the relationship between money and you and your future, not just for you alone, but for the other people with whom you'll eventually encounter. And that money also brings empowerment.
It definitely does.
A lot of women today seek independence, and they seek their independence through their reserves.
Yes,
you know what I'm talking about when I say that. And so you're teaching the girls to not find themselves in situations where they are so dependent on, but they can stand confidently, manage their affairs financially and otherwise, to be independent.
Definitely.
And that does not mean that you're separating them from having a regular mutual relationship.
No. Absolutely not. But being able to make wise decisions, think critically about money, but also understand the connectivity between money and your education and what what are some things you need to learn, but also what are some decisions you can make about your education that may directly impact your finances as well.
What drives you to do all of this?
God.
But
But
a good start.
Truthfully, what drives me is knowing that I was once a girl, and now as a woman, having gone through a myriad of different experiences from living in the UK to coming back to the Caribbean, I am really truthfully called to serve both girls and women in general, because there's a lot that we don't know, there's a lot that isn't taught, and there's a lot of conversations we don't have as a community, and I think it's important to build that community.
That's powerful. You're driven to do this by your purpose that was planted in you by God. That's powerful. Does it scare you?
No, because I have faith. And anything that's planted in me by God is ordained already. So it's not my business to be scared about it.
Girl, you're making me shiver inside, honestly. Because you're saying everything I'm happy to hear you say. I'm excited about your saying that. And I can see that you will transfer that to those who are part of your organization, the I Am a Girl non-governmental organization, and the young ladies with whom you'll be engaging over time in many different sessions to be able to empower them, because you know your purpose, you know your passion, and you know whose is driving you.
Definitely.
As well. And that could only bode well for all of the young ladies. So it's tomorrow.
Yes, tomorrow, Friday, the 30th of May, it will be one of the last workshops for the year. And then we go into our regular programming as we usually do.
Right. So in the next year that starts soon, for those mothers who have those young ladies between in that age cohort as well, who say, I want to be a part of this program going forward, how can they register to be a part of it?
They could go to our website, imagirl.ngo, and they can contact us through that, and the team members will reach out at some point. But I think it's important to also stay connected to our social media, and as well, if you know a girl in the program, find out a little bit more about what she's learned, what has happened, because a big part of community is making sure that girls may not be in the room, but they can also still learn from the girls who were.
That's right. Well said. Aliane Olivier Skeet, she is the founder of the I Am a Girl non-governmental organization. It's a foundation really that builds on everything and all the principles that would uplift young girls in Barbados. And so I encourage parents watching today to allow your girl child to have this opportunity, to allow your girl child to benefit in the significant ways that others have as well. And those of you who've been through the program already, don't keep this to yourself. I keep saying share, share. It takes nothing from you when you share. You still have strong reserves. So all the best with tomorrow's workshop.
Thank you so much.
You're very welcome indeed. We're taking a break right here. We're back in just a moment.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
God will not give you a job. God will not call you to do something and then not give you the capacity to have it, to make it happen. He will give you the resources, he'll give you the people. Not only will he equip you with ideas, but he will equip you with favor, as he did Nehemiah.
Turn on the latest episode of Infinite Possibilities, only on CBC TV8, every Sunday at 1:30 p.m., sponsored by Covenant Life Teaching Center.
Welcome to Nature's Discount, the ultimate health food store. At Nature's Discount, we have thousands of quality products at great prices.
Hi guys, Dottie here with Nature's Discount, and today we are talking about Solar Ray microbiome probiotics and why you should be taking them.
And we have well over 3,000 amazing products to help you get healthy.
For your health tips, tune in to CBC TV8 every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday for Nature's Discount, sponsored by Get Healthy Incorporated.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Let's take a look at the news now as Barbados is shifting gears, looking for trade opportunities outside of North America. Our Barbados delegation is in Colombia. Crystal Hoyt tells us more.
Caribbean countries are looking to trade more with each other to reduce the cost of living. With that in mind, Barbados is specifically eyeing Colombia. This is according to Minister of Foreign Affairs and Trade, Carrie Simmons, who is leading the Barbados delegation here at the Association of Caribbean States Greater Caribbean Summit being held this week in Cartagena, Colombia.
We have sought to build a partnership with Colombia because Colombia is a major producer of a number of things which, quite frankly, we use in Barbados. We have been using a very North Atlantic focus, a North Atlantic lens, looking primarily at Canada, looking primarily at the United States of America. We can, for example, just to pull one off the top of your head, we can source coffee at a very competitive rate and very excellent quality right out of Colombia. The key thing is to give Barbadians choice. And if you have choice, then you're in a position to say, when you go into the supermarket shelves, am I going to buy this product simply because of the fact it comes from a country that I am more familiar with, or can I buy a product of similar quality and at a more competitive price and try something new?
The foreign minister points out, however, that while the will is there, logistics is a challenge.
We want to trade more with each other, but none of us control any of these shipping lanes or have the boats. So we have to find a way between governments to ensure that we leverage the investment in order to get those ships and to start to build out our own lanes. That is vitally important, and you see how important it has become after you recognize what has happened with some of the utterances from North America's new president and the position he has taken with regard to trade and tariffs and so on.
Minister Simmons says the Caribbean must forge a way forward with less reliance on the USA. This coverage is made possible by the ACS. Crystal Hoyt, CBC News.
Well, Crystal continues to report out of that Greater Caribbean Summit, and she tells us the Association of Caribbean States is looking to address challenges facing the region, specifically on trade.
A new document of political declarations intended to spur action in the key areas such as trade, regional integration, sustainable development, and protecting the Caribbean Sea is expected to be adopted shortly by the Association of Caribbean States. It will be tabled during the Greater Caribbean Summit, which kicked off this week here in Cartagena, Colombia. The event marks a significant moment for high-level political dialogue and regional cooperation under the ACS. Secretary General of the ACS, Her Excellency Ambassador Naomi Espinosa Madrid, highlighted the importance of the organization in addressing regional challenges collectively.
The idea of this Greater Caribbean, it was actually created 30 years ago by CARICOM countries as a way to come closer to the countries that have Caribbean coast in the Latin countries, to put it somehow. And I think that needs to be strengthened further by making sure that we all feel like we belong to the ACS. And I think both the Latin American countries need to show their value to the CARICOM countries, and the CARICOM countries need to see themselves in the ACS. And once we obtain that, it will be really a greater Caribbean region.
The Secretary General says now more than ever, the ACS has a critical role to play, given the geopolitical tensions and tariffs.
The ACS used to be a good idea. It's now an absolute necessity, because what's happening in other countries in the north really makes us come together, and not in a confrontational way, but it's time for us to really work together to have economic integration, political integration, transport integration, digital integration, protect our Caribbean Sea, of course, which is the main focus of what we do. But it actually, to me, it provides an opportunity for us to really work together.
Heads of government of the member states will meet on Friday with the presidents of Colombia and Panama. This coverage is made possible in partnership with the ACS. Crystal Hoyt, CBC News.
Well, government is still working on plans to transition the Transport Board to a transit mass authority. That's according to Prime Minister Mia Amar-Motley. She says the authority will evolve once discussions are complete with trade unions and other stakeholders. Ms. Motley spoke about the Transit Authority at the St. John edition of the Ideas Forum,
which will involve, once we have the discussions with the unions, enfranchisement and a whole host of other things, but really letting government focus on regulation and letting ordinary citizens be responsible for ownership of the buses and the operation of the buses. And if we have to provide financing, we're prepared to do what we have to do.
The Prime Minister also says government is looking at a dedicated school bus system,
because the government pays about, I think, William, it was about 5 million a year. We pay about 5 million a year in school fee, in transport board fees for school children. And if we isolated that amount and go out to an RFP for persons to provide a school bus system for us, recognizing that the island can be divided into quadrants, and it may mean the transfer system to which you referred, and the transfers ought to be looked at in any event as a regulated fee to add on to the thing, rather than making a person pay 2 fares outright coming and going.
With the reactivation of 2 programs under U.S. aid, Barbados and the region will once again have the services of the Hurricane Hunter. Thus, according to the Executive Director of the Caribbean Disaster Emergency Management Agency, Elizabeth Riley. She says following a meeting between a number of heads of states of the OECS and U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio, which took place a few weeks ago, that agreement was reached.
In that statement, there was an indication of the reactivation of 2 of the programs to support the Caribbean during the hurricane season. One was the reactivation of the Regional Disaster Assistance Program, which I alluded to earlier, and the second was an indication of reactivation of financial flows to the National Oceanographic and Atmospheric Administration to ensure support for the Caribbean region during the hurricane season. And the Hurricane Hunter program is treated under that specific arrangement. So from the indications that we have, we expect that the support should be in alignment with that from previous years.
Cooking enthusiasts and those pursuing healthier lifestyles are encouraged to pursue the new Roberts Manufacturing Cookbook. The book, titled The Spread, Cooking with a Not-So-Secret Ingredient, now in its 6th edition, is in digital format, said to be a melting pot with classics, including a first-time special curated vegan section. The book was first launched in 1993, and its latest edition is 2020. Rachel Agard tells us more.
The best cooking comes from uncomplicated yet versatile.
Roberts Manufacturing's latest edition of its cookbook is so much more than just a cookbook and is truly a celebration of community and culture with over 150 recipes. That's according to Senior Manager Commercial at Roberts Manufacturing and the Pinnacle Feeds, Carisan Roden Gordon. She says this coincides with the value that Roberts brings to the table.
The recipes from the cookbook is not just about Bajan cuisine as well. As you know, Roberts really have footprint in 19 markets, not 1, 19 markets. And I say this to my team the other day that, when we think about Roberts, we're way beyond our shores. And we're going to get much, much further, right? So when you look into the book, it's a celebration of Caribbean cuisine.
Ms. Roden Gordon says health has evolved over the years and not only encompasses what you eat, but your lifestyle as well, and gives users a variety of recipes from across the Caribbean.
Whether you're a seasoned chef, an aspiring student, or one of our valued consumers, we created this collection specifically for you to inspire, to share, and to celebrate what brings us together.
The night included a panel discussion with prolific chefs and food enthusiasts, along with various food samples. Rachel Agard, CBC News.
And that's our news until now. More news coming up at 12 noon right here on CBC TV 8. Morning Barbados takes a break. We're back in a moment.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Week after week, Skold presents exciting reports and documentaries on the most varied topics of our time. Spectacular developments and innovations, lifestyle and trends of tomorrow, mobility and tourism, health news, highlights from art and culture. Each contribution grabs the viewer with extraordinary images and stories and takes him into fascinating worlds which he experiences here exclusively and up close. We're there when companies and specialists develop super satellites for a global network in space and can look behind the scenes. Skold is a window to everything that is there or is yet to come. Fly with us through time to better understand today and tomorrow. You've always wanted that. Skold, a look into the future.
Our world today is not the world God wants it to be. One of the reasons, which will surprise many, is that our planet, its governments, and its peoples are all living under the weight of Satan's rule. From the beginning of mankind's existence to today, human history is the written record of what it means to live under the rule of the devil. Yet that rule is coming to an end, and what a difference that will make.
Every Sunday at 9 a.m. on CBC TV 8, tune in for Tomorrow's World, sponsored by the Living Church of God.
Books open your heart, your mind, and your soul. They are educational, entertaining, inspiring, and motivating. Are you an author of a recent book you want to share? Then Mornin Barbados will love to feature your book in our The Next Chapter segment. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.bb. That's morning without the G. Come and let us turn those pages together.
Hey there, it's Mahalia. I want to share something that might be really helpful. If you're feeling anxious, overwhelmed, depressed, or lonely and have no one to talk to, call Lifeline Barbados. We all face struggles at times in our lives. You're not alone. There's no need to feel ashamed or embarrassed. It's okay to reach out for support. Lifeline Barbados is completely confidential. No one else will know you called. They're there to offer a caring ear and guidance without judgment. And fellas, I want you to know asking for help is a true sign of
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
We're 14 minutes now after the hour of 7 o'clock as we go across the seas to meet another exceptional young person, this time from Trinidad and Tobago, as a matter of fact. And as I teased the show, she is an artist, an abstract artist, but she's also a muralist. And she used her art to tell stories and hope that she engages with you in very meaningful ways. Her name is Shari Lachey. She's from Trinidad and Tobago, but she's also a mental health advocate. Shari, good morning to you.
Hi, good morning.
Thank you so much for joining us this morning from the Twin Island Republic. Talk to me a little bit about you and your passion through art.
Well, I am about 30 years old and I love art. I've been doing it for as long as I remember, since I was really small. And of course, as you mentioned, in mental health advocacy, it did really play a role in helping me to cope with my mental health as it progressed throughout the years.
But the kind of art that you do is different from the kind of art that a lot of other people do. What distinguishes yours from what we would consider to be mainstream?
I think it would be the abstract aspect of it. I don't know if it's the same in Barbados as in Trinidad, but not a lot of people do abstract art. So I think that's the aspect that's a little different, especially Caribbean based.
So what are the stories you tell through using abstract art?
Well, truthfully, like I mentioned, I use it as a means to cope with my mental health challenges. So a lot of it is based on my feelings.
Right.
And a lot of it is based on music. Because music is a really large part of my process. So you'd find sometimes I name pieces after songs that mean a lot to me.
So you pour out from your soul through your art. That's what you're saying to me. And you can find that inspiration either in music or in messages shared, whether it's in the news or in other areas as well. But you keep coming back to talking about mental health. Why?
because it's something I experience. It's a really large aspect of my life. I wouldn't say it makes me me, but from a young age, it's something that I've had challenges with. So while it's not the main motivation for my art, it's a really large aspect of it.
Do you mind sharing just a little bit? Because I want to be able to get a sense of when you do your creations, your view through art, what are you trying to fix?
I don't know if fix is a word.
What is the word?
But I'm just trying to heal, I guess, or cope. Yeah, so you would find I paint a lot when I'm overwhelmed. So I just use it to process, I would say, whatever it is I'm going through. I won't say it fixes it, because there's no real fix at the moment. But I really enjoy the process of the feelings it gives me. So the peace, the comfort. Sometimes I come to an epiphany and be like, oh, whew, I was overthinking that thing.
Yes.
So it's really multi-layered. So it fix might be the word, but I think it's a lot more than that.
When people engage with your art, do they get it? Do you think they get it?
Well, the thing with abstract art is that it's not easily seen and interpreted. So I won't say they always do, but the times that I have exhibited my art, there's usually a little description explaining, what my thought process was. So people tend to get that aspect of it in my explanation. But I always say art is subjective. So it's what meaning you want to put it, whatever feeling you get from it. That's what I encourage people to do.
I want to link this back to your mental health approach, because what I hear from a lot of people often is that they feel misunderstood, not quite as understood as they'd want to be. And do you feel that way sometimes when people engage with your art? It's like, don't you get it? And why didn't you get it? I was trying to tell you A, B, or C. Do you feel that rage sometimes inside?
I won't say I do. I think because I try to be realistic about things. Not everybody is going to understand what it is I'm trying to say. The thing, or the beautiful thing about humans is that we're all different, right? We all don't think the same way. We all don't have the same experiences, and there's beauty in that. So I try to go in with no expectations. I mean, it doesn't always go as planned, but I won't say I get angry at that. But the thing about my art is that it encourages people to talk about things. So sometimes some people have never been exposed to someone who has a mental illness, or they don't quite understand the gravity of it and how it can affect someone's life. And I think in that way, it starts conversations.
Right.
Even if they don't get it, they start talking about it.
Where do you exhibit? And as a muralist, we know you go onto big spaces publicly, but where do you exhibit generally your work?
Well, we have several galleries in Trinidad and Tobago, so I've exhibited at them before. Just to name a few, like the Rotunda Gallery, the Art Society, Arnhem Galleria. Those are just a few that I have exhibited at before.
Oh, that's wonderful. You have a collection called I Taken a Mental Day. I Taken a Mental Day. What is that collection? What is comprised in that collection?
If you can think of the things that you do when you're taking a mental day or a day off, that's essentially what that collection was about. It's actually, it was entitled after, do you know Kes?
Yes, of
Kes
course.
the band? Right,
Caribbean,
Kes had a song,
come
I'm
on.
taking a mental. I'm just making sure.
Yes.
I'm taking a mental day. So it was just a really tough time I was going through. I think the transition from between like COVID to real life again, and this was all the things that just came out of that. It was a lot just coming out of me, and I think it was just my way of taking respite or a day off. And each of the pieces sort of encompass those feelings throughout that period.
Do you enter competitions or anything with your art?
I actually participated in my first competition last month. It was put on by a company named Marked, where we had to do live painting. So that was really interesting.
Interesting.
Yeah, it was like 50 of us in all.
Yes.
And people were up and down in our faces while we were painting, some on sneakers, some on canvas. I didn't win in any capacity, but it was a really amazing experience and something that I'm glad I did, because I'm such a inside person and quiet person. To have people around me while I was painting was a new experience.
I'm reading that. That's why I asked you that question, because I'm looking at them thinking, yeah, this is a question to ask. There are people who are much like you, even in Barbados as well. And so they're looking for a space or a place where they can include others, but at the same time tell their story, that others can hear it. What advice would you give to the child today watching who feels like you, that sometimes I don't want to be around too many people, I don't mind my own space, but I want you to hear me at the same time? What advice would you give to them through art?
I would say, I don't know what the art scene is like in Barbados, but one thing I could think of is social media. Social media gives us access to a lot of people, or a larger platform for us to share our stuff. Of course, it has to be in a balanced way, because, social media also has negative aspects of it.
Yes.
But for young persons, I would always encourage them to keep creating, because I never thought, like 5-year-old me never thought that I would be an artist today, even though it's something I dreamed of. I never saw it coming. So I would always encourage them to keep creating, keep channeling whatever it is they're feeling and going through into their art. And a platform will come eventually. I'm not saying don't work on it.
Yes.
But a really nice place to start is just sharing it on their Instagram. I'm sure a lot of young people with their parents' guidance have it as a nice avenue to start sharing it with the world.
Wow. And having done all that you've done so far, how are you now mentally?
I'm okay. I'm okay. The nature of my mental disorder is that it goes up and down. So I have really good periods, and sometimes I have low periods. But with years of therapy and medication and so forth, I'm doing considerably better.
Amen. Well done. Well, and so good to meet you, Shari Lachey, an abstract artist, also a muralist, an advocate for mental health. Thank you so much for joining us on Morning Barbados today. We salute you. We wish you well, and we wish you a future that is filled with prosperity, and that doesn't necessarily mean monetary, but prosperity the way you view it, and that it brings you peace and comfort as you go. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I enjoyed this interview.
Thank you very much indeed.
All right. Take care.
Right, you too. Bye-bye. 25 minutes after the hour. We're back in just a moment.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
The Ministry of Youth, Sports and Community Empowerment's Bridges television series is back. Join us every Wednesday at 8 p.m. with a repeat on Saturdays at 5:30 p.m. on CBC TV 8. Don't you miss it.
God will not give you a job. God will not call you to do something and then not give you the capacity to have it, to make it happen. He will give you the resources. He'll give you the people. Not only will he equip you with ideas, but he will equip you with favor, as he did Nehemiah.
Turn on the latest episode of Infinite Possibilities, only on CBC TV 8, every Sunday at 1:30 p.m., sponsored by Covenant Life Teaching Center.
Welcome to Nature's Discount, the ultimate health food store. At Nature's Discount, we have thousands of quality products at great prices.
Hi guys, Dottie here with Nature's Discount, and today we are talking about solar ray, microbiome, probiotics, and why you should be taking them.
And we have well over 3,000 amazing products to help you get healthy.
For your health tips, tune in to CBC TV 8 every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday for Nature's Discount, sponsored by Get Healthy Incorporated.
Week after week, Skold presents exciting reports and documentaries on the most varied topics of our time. Spectacular developments and innovations, lifestyle and trends of tomorrow, mobility and tourism, health news, highlights from art and culture. Each contribution grabs the viewer with extraordinary images and stories and takes him into fascinating worlds.
This segment of Exceptional Youth is brought to you with the kind compliments of the Student Revolving Loan Fund. Financing education the easy way.
27.5 minutes now after 7 o'clock as we turn our attention to one of my favorite places in Barbados, the Barbados Community College. There is so much happening there. And sometimes, as I keep telling you, we drive by, we see the students pour out or pour in, and we're wondering what happens in there. And we only know briefly sometimes through the arts alone, but it is a microcosm for much more. A coming together of young minds. And so that's where we'll focus this morning as we introduce you to some more exceptional young people. This time they are from the Barbados Community College. They are part of the Student Guild and the Junior Parliament as well. Can't wait to talk to them. So, Kashawn Brewster, good morning.
Good morning.
How do you do?
A little nervous, but I'm doing quite
Nothing
well.
to worry about, my brother. You're the first Vice President.
Yes, please.
Indeed, and you've brought along with you your second Vice President in Nadira Griffith, as well as the Guild Secretary, Haley Millington, and two Executive Officers in Rakaya Shepherd and Samuel Downer.
Yes, please.
Welcome all of you young people.
Thank you very much.
I am thrilled to have you here this morning because, as I said at the beginning, there's a lot happening on campus. You formed the Guild. And what is the mission of the Guild?
Well, the truth is, the mission of the Guild would be to represent the students. I believe too much times we have decisions made on our behalf without hearing what we have to say. And what our Guild has tried to do is have a seat at every table. There are times where I would literally show up to the boardroom at certain meetings and say, well, we have a voice and we have to say something.
I like your passion. But Nadira, you could have simply said, I'm only here to study. I don't care what you all do. All of you could fend for yourself. I'm doing my studies and I'm going home, but you're doing something different. Why?
It's just really to be there for these students, take a leadership role, understand that not everybody is going to have the confidence to really step up and be there for themselves. And it's good to be able to stand out and be able to help these students and be able to be the voice for them and let them know that they have a voice. So for me, I've always had this leadership role in me, and I always thought that for me, the role was always to be part of the Guild. Whenever I was going to my past school to go to BCC, it was always to lead somewhere and lead for somebody. So for me, I feel like it's intentional. It's more for the students in a way. Right.
And you too, Haley, you didn't turn a blind eye. You thought, no, I want to serve as well. Why?
Honestly, a lot of it came from the motivation from my classmates. Because Sean, actually, we are in the same law class, and he was the one that approached me and asked me about joining. It was something that I wasn't initially interested in, but because it was something I didn't know about, by hearing about it, it really made me want to step out of my comfort zone and try something new. And it's something I thought I would be happy to do, because I know as a student, there are a lot of things that I would have like to take a part of or have more choices in. So being able to be a person to take a lead in that was something I thought would be a good change.
How were you elected to be the secretary?
We had to do elections when we first got in, and we did a campaign with the support from my other colleagues that were running as well, and again my classmates. Yeah.
Ooh, was it a fierce campaigning?
Not initially. I think because the Guild was not something that a lot of the students knew about, we didn't have a lot of people that were willing to step up and get involved in it at the start. So when we were running initially, the turnout was not, the greatest, but definitely now we've changed that. So yeah.
Mr. Brewster, what was your platform that you presented that caused folks to vote for you?
Well, I actually was not elected. What happened was I was approached by the former president to run for president, but I believe I can do more as the role of director of communications, where I also still hold that position. So I was appointed by these persons, so I did actually found the majority of the current guild, you know, to bring the students out. Our president would often say he would walk past our guild office and think that it was just under construction. They did not know the guild was a thing. So from then, they trusted me to become their vice president.
Same thing for you, Nadira? You were thrust into the position?
Honestly, I was recently elected for this position.
No, you went through an election campaign?
Yes, please.
How many others were contesting against you?
There was nobody else. It was really me.
So it was without a doubt?
Yes, please, because the former president, second vice president, they had resigned. So automatically, I was in the deputy position, and my former guild members, my fellow guild members, they voted for me for the position.
Okay. Because they could have voted for someone else.
They honestly could have, but they came to me, and I'm very happy. They came to me.
That's so well done indeed. What about you, Rakaya? You now serve as one of the members of the executive, as an officer of the executive. What does it mean to you to hold that position?
Honestly, it means a lot. I recently was approached with the position as one of our members were stepping down. So when Kashan approached me with the position, I was ready for it, and I was elected by the executive. I believe that I could, as the Liberal Art representative, I believe that I could advocate for all of my representatives across the many divisions on the campus, and I just felt like it was my calling.
That was my division when I was at community college. So thank you.
Wonderful.
You're representing me too, okay? All right. What about you, Samuel? What division are you representing?
I represent the Natural Science Division.
The Natural Science Division.
Yes, please.
And so what concerns do you bring to the committee, to the guild, really, to be able to be resolved and to be looked at and taken seriously?
Well, the concerns honestly vary. You have a lot of students, a lot of different voices, a lot of different personalities that would come forth and bring problems to the table. It's really a day-to-day basis where you would deal with one person and the other person would bring something different.
But Kashu... Oh, good. I'll call you that from now on. Thank you here. I was there practicing your name in my head. And out came Kashu. You also are one of the founders of the mock parliament, the junior parliament at the Barbados Community College. Why did you think that was critical to do?
Well, the honest truth is, it was being a little selfish there.
Yes.
Because I wanted to have a mock parliament, so I approached the head of law, Letitia Bourne, favorite teacher for our law students, and she decided to incorporate in a way where you would have marks for it. So it really encouraged students to come out to show them the civic engagement. For example, one of the other things our guild did was we carried over 50 students to Parliament through our guild year to show them, well, everything doesn't happen on social media. Things happen here, and then things go to social media. So basically, to bring in mock Parliament to show students that, you know, there's more things to life than just going to BCC, leaving, hearing something news, complain or don't complain.
You hear the word Parliament and some people go, that sounds boring. That's where they just talk. And it means, so you're trying now to connect the reality of life to the work in Parliament, to how Parliament influence, and both influence each other indeed. Somebody's alarm keeps going. And so how does that feel to you? How difficult and easy was it really for you to put it all together, the mock Parliament?
Well, the truth is, I would say we had 6 persons actually interested in Parliament. But you know, when it comes to students, as soon as the tutor says, well, it's for marks, they all showed up. So I think we had 43 students in total. Nice. And what we did is that we also brought back the old style of Parliament, which included councilmen and mayors, to allow both first and second years to participate. And myself was the speaker, and then Rakaya was the leader of government business. So, and she caused a little drama when she tried to remove one of her members.
I want to hear about that. Hold for a second. Talk to me a little bit about that process and how much from real life Parliament influenced that motion you moved.
First off, on Kashan's point, he was very wrong. He was a part, he did his speech and everything, and then he wanted to cross the floor. He was influenced.
Yes.
Very bad mind. I didn't allow it. But also I was a part of the group Parliament of Parliament. I believe it showed us a lot as it pertains to how governance really works. And then I tried to interpret that when I was doing my mock Parliament and giving my speech as well. And I also tried to help other persons within my class, within the other class, to also showcase some of those skills and talents.
Is it something you'd want to take seriously?
Recently, I have been considering it, so I believe so.
That's good. Any of the other executive members you're into this parliament too?
Yes, please.
Good man. Let me hear from you now. Why did you opt to be a part of the mock parliament?
Well, as Raquel would go through, because Sean influenced me heavy on going into youth parliament. I was always growing up looking into leadership, and he gave me that push to really partake and put myself out there to go forth and represent the youth.
So you look at parliament today. Do you pattern yourself after parliament today when you're in the mock parliament?
No.
What difference do you bring?
Actually, I don't partake in mock parliament. I'm a law student.
You're just a law student?
I'm not a law student.
So I don't understand. You are also...
So the confusion would be is Rakaya and Samuel are now new members of Barbados National Youth Parliament.
Okay.
And Rakaya is for our BCC mock parliament.
Okay.
So the confusion was that they're different types of parliament.
Okay. Your youth parliament, Barbados Youth Parliament.
Yes, please. I just joined.
And you've only just joined.
Yes,
so
please.
you're getting your feet wet, so to speak. Yeah. Rakaya, however, you're part of the BCC's parliament,
Yes,
junior
please.
parliament. And this is not your first rodeo because you tried to expel Kashawn.
No, please, it
I'm
was
just
not
kidding
Kashawn.
But you used the motion to be able to do so.
Yes,
and
we
so
did.
as you observe real parliament from Bridgetown, you are seeing in there examples of what is now inspiring you to consider more seriously
Yes,
a role in parliamentary life, elective politics.
Yes, please.
And look at it from the female's perspective for just a moment for me. What do you see as the potential for more women getting involved in elective politics?
Of course. I believe we all have a voice. Women all have a voice. We need to project and we need to allow ourselves to put ourselves in the space to be able to do so. So I think it's I would like to encourage females. I try to encourage members, even at school, to join persons that were running for elections. I went to many females. I told them, come, don't let the males outdo us. We need to go ahead and be a voice for everybody on the school, especially the females.
Nadira is nodding away. If I did what she was doing, you would understand. Because even though you're not a part of the parliament, there's things that resonate with you, Nadira.
Correct. I do believe in everything that she says. I think that in some ways women have a very big voice. Women play a very big role in the world that we live in today, even the world that we were living in before, many years before. So everything that she's saying, I fully agree with. Everything.
All right. There's much more to agree with. When we take this break, we're back in just a moment.
That segment of Exceptional Youth was brought to you with the kind compliments of the Student Revolving Loan Fund, financing education the easy way.
Week after week, Skold presents exciting reports and documentaries on the most varied topics of our time. Spectacular developments and innovations, lifestyle and trends of tomorrow, mobility and tourism, health news, highlights from art and culture. Each contribution grabs the viewer with extraordinary images and stories and takes him into fascinating worlds which he experiences here exclusively and up close. We're there when companies and specialists develop super satellites for a global network in space and can look behind the scenes. Skold is a window to everything that is there or is yet to come. Fly with us through time to better understand today and tomorrow. You've always wanted that.
This segment of Exceptional Youth is brought to you with the kind compliments of the Student Revolving Loan Fund, financing education the easy way.
We're with members of the Student Guild at the Barbados Community College. We're also engaging with some of them who are also members of the Mock Parliament and the Barbados Youth Parliament because they have an interest in parliamentary life in Barbados indeed. And so Kashawn Brewster, who is the first Vice President and also the co-organizer of the mock Parliament. Kashawn, talk to me a little bit about life in Barbados, the political life in Barbados, and what either excites you or concerns you.
I would say what concerns me, I'm going to say something very controversial right now, is that we tend to want to be babied too much. That is the honest truth. I believe that I don't know all the answers, but I believe that some people need to, before going straight out complaining about anything, do your research. Don't just trust everything on different Instagram posts and stuff like that. I also believe that we are not deep in the water, but we're not out of the water as yet. I believe that we are steadily right in the midway, and I think that the current government and current parliament, both opposition and government, they're doing what they're supposed to do. I believe that opposition is needed, but correct opposition is needed also. So that's all I have to say on that.
In terms of the ability to not just handle and manage the economics of a society, but the other elements of society, what from you sit in your mock parliament and your years of experience as this, do you see that are some of the critical areas of Barbadian life that need to be tackled at parliamentary level?
I would say, let me say there are 10, obviously there are more 10 issues. Let's say there are 10 issues, I would believe 8 of those 10 have been mentioned at least once. I think we need to, again, bring the youth out, utilize youth parliament, utilize mock parliament, utilize the different groups we have under the Ministry of Youth, under the different programs we have, and hear the voices. Don't just, say they're the future. I believe the youth of today are not just the future, but also the present, as my reverend would say at church. So, interview the youth. Go randomly in a school, interview them, hear their concerns, and then speak about them in Parliament.
Samuel, you're the man in Youth Parliament now, relatively new still, law student. Talk to me about from where you say, what ministry would you shadow?
Ministry of Agriculture all the way.
Why?
Because I study agriculture actually. So I honestly believe that more young people in Barbados especially should walk forth in that sector because it's very important, and I believe that if more youth were to come into the agriculture sector, it can be very important for Barbados, especially in the tourism industry. The youth we have a lot of ideas, and we could bring forth a lot of these ideas, and it could really revolutionize a lot of things in Barbados.
Curiosity has me here now. What one idea would you put forward to revolutionize agriculture in Barbados from a young man's perspective?
Well, for one, a lot of our crops and produce are imported. We could make some kind of someone young could bring forth like a business and grow these crops in Barbados, and we don't have to import anymore.
Which crop would that be? Corn?
Yeah, we could do corn.
Yes.
Parliament debate is food security.
It's food security.
So he joined at the perfect time.
Wonderful. And when is that next debate, by the way?
If it's not the end of July, the end of June, it's going to be sometime in July.
Do you guys film or stream that?
Yes, please.
I want to watch. So we'll pay attention to that as well, and hopefully we get your perspectives, because I think your perspectives and your voices are absolutely critical. Rakaya, you're also deep into this kind of thing. So talk to me a little bit. What ministry would you shadow? You served as Deputy Prime Minister before and leader of government business.
I actually recently just joined as Samuel, so I'm now newly into the waters. However, I'm very eager to see what I'm going to uphold as I join. I think right now I study law and sociology, so I honestly would like to put forward more so the sociological perspective of it. I believe a lot of people don't know about sociology. A lot of people don't study it, so I would like to put forward many of the sociological theories as I go forward.
So people empowerment and elder affairs.
Yes,
is the ministry you will be more passionate about?
I believe so.
What are they doing right now, and what are they doing wrong right now?
Currently, I believe they're doing many things right. I recently saw that they're having their seniors games. I actually
them young people too.
I saw Audrey.
Yes.
I think it was Audrey dancing away her life. Loved that. I believe they're doing right. They're engaging with the community, engaging with the elders, making sure everything is right. I don't believe they're doing anything wrong. I believe they're doing all that they could, and they're progressing.
Haley, what about you? You have any ideas that you want to give to the parliamentarians among your guild that you think they should advance?
I think that once they engage more with the community and I think it's important that everybody has representation. So I think that once they engage with the community and speak to the actual public and see what issues that people might not be willing to bring forward to the ministers themselves, but with their peer groups and friend groups in school, if you engage with more people like your age, you can get a lot of wide perspectives, and I think that's just something that's important that they could bring forward more.
Get out there and engage.
Yeah.
Get out there and engage. Nadira, you always have a lot to say. Let me hear you now. What would you want to say to these budding parliamentarians?
Honestly, if I'm completely honest, everything that they've said is anything that I would say. They've said it more professional than I would.
Yes,
They've put it in proper terms, but exactly what Haley said is exactly what I would say. Just get out there, be more in the do, as people say. But that's it.
And is that what you do as division representatives as well at the community college? Get out there, engage with those in your division?
That is our job. That is our main job, to get out there, be involved, incorporate ourselves in the different varieties of students, understand the students, understand the people that you are supporting, understand the people that you are speaking for. You are supposed to engage. That is the main job of the guild, because when it is that it comes to decision making, or when it is that it comes to supporting and having to represent the students, you need to be able to represent the students to the best of your ability. So honestly, it's the same thing.
And it's not a popularity sport.
No, it's not.
I'm
Not
just
to
saying,
me. Not to me, honestly.
Not
It's
to
not
you.
popularity.
Because a lot of times, a lot of people do this, Kashan. They get involved simply because, hey, I'm the
they want to
popular
be
one.
popular, yeah.
And it's different from that. It's real service.
It's honestly, I would tell them all the time. I literally only became first vice president because our former vice president had to resign because she was no longer studying at BCC. And Haley didn't want to step up. So they elected me, but they would tell you all the time, I love my background work. I love to work in the background, but this took a lot of convincing, to be honest, because at first I was approached with only me coming here. I couldn't come here for myself. So I asked to bring more members from the guild.
Right, and we're happy that you've brought more members from the guild because it's my pleasure having met you all today. I think you're all very interesting people with wonderful perspectives, and I'm fascinated by your futures. So please keep us informed as to all you guys are doing. Don't find yourself and think, I can't talk to them. You can talk to us all the time. Tell us about what's happening in the Student Guild. Let us know what are some of the things that you'd want us to assist you with, and we will be happy to help you do so. That's a deal? Yes, you're the first vice president. Oh, you are still the first vice president. Pass it on to whoever's incoming then, and let them know that the CBC, Mornin Barbados, are happy to work with you. So let us come to your campus as well. We don't mind coming to your campus and engaging with you. Yes, Nadira, I like that. So we will be happy to come to your campus as well and hear from you, the young people of Barbados, your perspectives as well. So make it happen.
Yes, please.
Nadira, how many more years do you have at college?
Well, this was supposed to be my last year, but unfortunately I had gotten in an accident in my first year, so I have to go back for extended studies. Okay. So I am re-elected as the second vice president for the next upcoming year. I'm
sorry to hear about your accident, but I'm glad.
Yes.
Because at least you're still there.
Yes.
What about you, Haley?
This is my final year, final semester now. We just finished our last set of exams because I'm in my second year studying law along with these two other people next to me. So this is the last time we'll be engaging with BCC.
Brilliant. All right, so thank you all. Thank you all. Wish you well. For me, you're some of our exceptional young people. I'm very, very proud of each of you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, we're back in just a moment.
That segment of Exceptional Youth was brought to you with the kind compliments of the Student Revolving Loan Fund, financing education the easy way.
Week Week after week, Skold presents exciting reports and documentaries on the most varied topics of our time. Spectacular developments and innovations, lifestyle and trends of tomorrow, mobility and tourism, health news, highlights from art and culture. Each contribution grabs the viewer with extraordinary images and stories and takes him into fascinating worlds which he experiences here exclusively and up close. We're there when companies and specialists develop super satellites for a global network in space and can look behind the scenes. Skold is a window to everything that is there or is yet to come. Fly with us through time to better understand today and tomorrow. You've always wanted that. Skold, a look into the future.
Our world today is not the world God wants it to be. One of the reasons which will surprise many is that our planet, its governments, and its peoples are all living under the weight of Satan's rule. From the beginning of mankind's existence to today, human history is the written record of what it means to live under the rule of the devil. Yet that rule is coming to an end, and what a difference that will make.
Every Sunday at 9 a.m. on CBC TV 8, tune in for Tomorrow's World, sponsored by the Living Church of God.
Books open your heart, your mind, and your soul. They are educational, entertaining, inspiring, and motivating. Are you an author of a recent book you want to share? Then Mornin Barbados would love to feature your book in our The Next Chapter segment. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.bb. That's morning without the G. Come and let us turn those pages together.
Hey there, it's Mahalia. I want to share something that might be really helpful. If you're feeling anxious, overwhelmed, depressed, or lonely and have no one to talk to, call Lifeline Barbados. We all face struggles at times in our lives. You're not alone. There's no need to feel ashamed or embarrassed. It's okay to reach out for support. Lifeline Barbados is completely confidential. No one else will know you called. They're there to offer a caring ear and guidance without judgment. And fellas, I want you to know asking for help is a true sign of strength. It takes real courage to reach out. You can also call Lifeline Barbados if you're worried about loved ones who are struggling and you need advice on how to support them. There's a saying, a problem shared is a problem halved.
This segment of Exceptional Youth is brought to you with the kind compliments of the Student Revolving Loan Fund. Financing education the easy way.
6 to the hour now. The Mavericks Sports Club is about empowering young people indeed. And so we're happy to be joined this morning by their PRO, Shade Simmons. Good morning, Shade. Good to have you. And two young men who are back from Italy. Could you believe it? Kalik Lashley and Caleb Went. Gentlemen, good morning to you as well.
Good morning.
Shade, talk to me quickly about the Mavericks Club. What do you guys do?
So at Mavericks Sports Club, we're only focusing on football and personal development of all our volunteers and team members.
And so far, so good?
Yes, please.
All right. But two of you young men were just recently in Italy. How did that come about?
So that was an extension of our Global Exposure Initiative program, where we are basically pushing for exposure for the youth in the different sports ventures. Yeah, so we had a training camp in December, and true to that, we partnered with an Italian coach, a national Italian coach with the under-19 team, and they actually presented this opportunity for them to travel to Italy to basically,
to be scouted for. And so how is it for you, Kalik, being in Italy, to be in there playing among some of the best in the world?
It was very good because I got to experience a different type of football, different type of people and culture as well. And yeah, it was just exceptional.
What was the big thing you learned from that experience?
The big thing that I learned is that there are other people out there that will be either better than you, that you will have to catch up to, or you will be better than them, and you have to make sure that when you see people that you are better than them, that you have to put your foot down and
keep going forward.
Press the gas.
Yes,
Press the gas. And then, Caleb, what was it for you landing in Italy and playing among some of the best young people in the world?
To me, it was an amazing experience. And I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed seeing how different countries have different play styles and different programs.
Mm-hmm. And in terms of strategy of the game, did you learn anything new?
Yeah, I learned that you have to be switched on all the time. You can't switch off for a second or else you're just going to get ran past. It's going to be a long day.
Stay switched on. And that was the whole purpose, Shadi, to expose these young men to the opportunity.
Yes, please.
Why these two young men?
So they were actually selected not by us, but by the coach for the under-19 team, the Italian under-19 team.
Mm-hmm.
And he saw something in them that he said, okay, so this needs to be displayed for not only Barbados, but for everybody.
So Kelly, knowing that you were specially chosen because there's something special about what you do, how does that make you feel?
It makes me feel good, but I still know that there's more. There's more people that I can be chosen by. So that's just one step closer to the people that I want to be chosen by.
What do you think is your magic?
My magic is, I'm not sure, but I believe my magic is just doing what I do best. That's whether goalkeeping, running, going forward, but just making sure that I can do what I do at my best.
You're a goalkeeper?
Yes, please.
All right. And so knowing that there were scouts in the arena as well watching, did that scare you?
No, please. It just gave me more courage and more enthusiasm to go at doing what I need to do and making sure that I can be scouted.
Are you happy with your performance?
Yes, please. I can say I was very happy with it.
Well done. Caleb, what about you? What role do you play?
I play centre back.
You're centre back.
Yeah.
And so knowing too that you had scouts watching you, how did that feel?
Honestly, I wasn't really worrying about them too much. I was more so just worrying about me trying to play my best.
Mm-hmm.
And doing what I needed to do.
What's special about you as well, that you were chosen for this opportunity?
I would say it's my composure on the ball.
Composure on the ball?
Yeah.
Are they right? Shadi says they're very right indeed. So what's next for Maverick in terms of providing more opportunity for young people?
Okay, so I want to encourage everybody to join, all those interested. We will be opening our own facility soon. We also have a couple different programs we're starting in the near future as soon as September kicks off this year and January next year. So you could tune into our social media to hear more about those. It's going to be beneficial for not only the players, but also the parents and persons by extension of all persons of the club.
Are you engaged in the junior football tournament that's ongoing but posted by the BFA?
Yes, please.
All right, so listen and look out. That's the name, Mavericks Sports Club. These young men are engaged in the same tournament?
That's please.
Oh, easy. We got to come and watch you guys play. Goalie and a centre back. Jeez, our bread. I'm learning the terms as well as I go. So Maverick, well done. Maverick Sports Club, well done. And to you young men as well. I really hope that you get a call-ups. I know you're looking for the opportunity, right? And you're looking for the opportunity as well. Kelly and Caleb, well done. We are very, very, very proud of you. And so I want you to continue playing the sport with honor, because it requires gentlemen to play the sport as well. It's more than just picking the ball and getting a goal or not, but it's also about conducting yourself in such a way that the rest of the world sees you, respects you, and adores you. Who's your favorite footballer?
My favorite footballer is Alisson Becker.
Who's your favorite footballer?
Messi.
Who, Messi?
Yeah.
Have you all heard of Bellingham?
Yeah.
You have heard of Bellingham?
Yeah.
And?
He's all right.
He's all right.
He's all right. All right. No problem. He's all right. No problem. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Well done, to Maverick Sports Club. Well done. Great work you guys are doing. All the best.
Thank you.
Well, that's it for today, everybody. I thank you for joining us. And so my little crew joins me in wishing you a great today. Remember, Q in the community is at the Pelican Island, and we're looking forward to seeing you there bright and early today. We take care, and you take care as well. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Barbados, get up. Good morning.